Hello, I'm Elgato, and one of the things that surprised me recently is just how many people have enjoyed the videos where we've been colonizing the random worlds which are sent my way via the Minecraft Realms function. This is something I wasn't really expecting for people to enjoy the history plus Minecraft mashup, but apparently is a thing people enjoy, and now you all know. Colonialism isn't bad all the time, it's good if you do it in Minecraft, apparently. Anyway, to really drive home the message that like, oh yeah, some colonies were successes and some were failures, I feel like we need to talk about the failures, because yeah, some colonies did really well, but some colonies did not so well. In fact, in a lot of colonies, people did die. It's a real thing that did happen, and I feel like we should talk about one of the least successful examples of a colonial empire, and that is going to be the Belgian one. So let's take a look at some of the worlds which have been sent my way, but let's do it through the perspective of the Belgians. Let's go. So given that this world just says For Toy Cat as the name and has a giant American flag, it might be too big a fish to fry for us if we're Belgium, so let's instead give you the download on what the deal is with the Belgian Empire, because to explain Belgium's hundreds of years of history in a simple sentence, to sum that all up into a really kind of mildly misleading sentence, Belgium is a country that doesn't really want to exist. Belgium is a country that would rather not be there. There's a bunch of divides within it, there's a bunch of weird issues and problems and stuff, but Belgium is a country that isn't really 100% sure on its own existence, and therefore when it comes to colonialism, you know, that was a hot thing in the 1800s when it comes to Europe, they weren't very good at that either. And given that colonialism, people like to say it's a bad thing, you know, two wrongs clearly must make a right, right? If you're really bad at a thing that's bad, you must be really good. However, they were bad at it in both senses of the word, both in terms of the fact that they had a really small empire eventually. Here is a map of the Belgian empire at, you know, maximum height. Like, you see the Russian empire, the British or the Mongolian. It's huge, covers most of the world. This is the Belgian empire at its height, at its territorial peak. And yeah, they were also bad in that they, you know, did an atrocity here or there. You know, who hasn't done an atrocity at one point in their country's history, right? Also, I think this map might have gone a little bit political. I'm not sure if I feel like I should continue going in with this, but I guess let's walk through the door. They've got a nice entrance for me. I mean, maybe this is a satirical comment on border control. They've got this huge wall and then there's just a doorway you can come in. I don't know for sure. But yeah, with that said, the interesting thing about the Belgian colonial empire is it wasn't actually run by the country. For the longest time, it was actually run by the king, because the king really wanted colonies, but the country was too busy dealing with like internal issues and thinking, you know, that's probably not a good use for money anyway. Again, they didn't want one because like, it's expensive. So the king took it upon himself to run the empire himself. He just owned some countries, with the most famous example being the Congo. So yeah, they only ever had two colonies at their height, one of which is one of the more famous countries in Africa today, and it's famous for a couple of reasons, one of which is the, again, extreme level of atrocity that has been committed there. Also, the USA has gotten a lot smaller since I last checked on it. I mean, maybe I'm missing a spot here, but it seems quite small. And there's walls on all sides. I mean, isn't there meant to be an ocean on one of the sides? Whatever. So we're just gonna walk out, sneak right out through this border. Again, highly cunning political commentary by Toycat right there. But yeah, with that said, the interesting thing about the empire is it's most famous for Congo, the largest, and you know, it's one of the larger countries in the world today. So yeah, they're most famous for having Congo in their empire, the Belgian Congo, nowadays known as the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Fun fact, also not democratic. I think every country that has democratic in the name is not democratic. But yeah, they're called the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and yeah, it's quite interestingly famous. And it's one of the most interesting examples of the fact that every empire is not created the same. All colonialism is not equal. There are a lot of countries that kind of like their history under a greater power because it allowed them to expand. Congo will definitely never make a comment like that towards Belgium, however, because to simplify things a little bit, again, they had one big colony, it was really famous, but they committed some serious atrocities in the form of, you know, maybe chopping off some hands, maybe a few thousand hands because they wanted to exploit the resources. The locals weren't fast enough and they figured, you know what would be really good? If we chopped off hands as like a punishment. But then they just kind of kept on doing it, and they got to the stage where millions of hands had been chopped off, and they're like, you know, this is still a good punishment strategy. Like, again, the worst bit about that strategy is like, you know, if they don't have hands, they can't get the rubber or whatever resource they were going for, but yet they still did it regardless. They still chopped off the hands. And when you combine that, which is already horrific by itself, with chopping off, you know, maybe other parts of the body, maybe other essential organs and extremities, as well as the fact that they burnt down, you know, many villages, not a village here and there, many villages were burned to the ground to, you know, incentivize the people to collect resources to export to Belgium so they can make a profit on this little colony. Basically, King Leopold is known as kind of a big dick today to simplify his role in Africa, and it's one of the reasons that, like, you know, again, Africa is generally where, you know, when you say colonialism is bad, you usually point at Africa because there are some pretty damning examples in the form of things like this, you know. Colonialism was definitely not good for Africa, definitely not good for the Congo, and therefore, the best way to simulate this in Minecraft is to try to colonize a bunch of places, fail at all of them besides one, and then maybe we'll commit some Minecraft level atrocities against that world. That's what we're doing today. It's going to be some great fun. Let's dive into the next world though, because again, we can't invade the US, we're just Belgium. Let's pick a nice, easier target to fray. This next world is literally just called countries, and then they put Toycat in the title. Fun fact, if you want me to join your world, put Toycat in the title, because that also lets me know that you've backed it up or done something. Again, we've got to excuse ourselves for the potentially incoming potential atrocities. This world took a serious amount of time to load, so I really am curious as to what countries they do have here. It seems as though there's a road. I mean, that's a thing, I guess. I mean, if it has roads, then definitely not Belgium, am I right? Ha ha ha, joke about road quality. I am very high quality with my making fun of European country humor. But no, again, looking over here, you can see how this seems to be maybe Sweden, like blue flag with yellow. Maybe he's made up his own country, because again, this is not a house that I can recognize. I mean, it's English speaking, Sonny's Wine. You know, maybe there should be an apostrophe banner next to that too, G's. But B- in health expectation. Well, so we got Jerry's Chicken Shack here. So I'm going to assume A+ in health inspection. So this is where you should eat your food, by the way. Pro tip with Toycat. Actually, you know what, those prices, I'll back out and go somewhere else. But anyway, so this world seems kind of nice, I guess. Again, that lack of apostrophe shows me their grammar is not up to scratch with our high standards of the Belgian Empire. Oh, it's called Crow's Land. It is a fictional country. I mean, I think that's fair for the colony game, right? Should we colonize Crow's Land? I mean, looking around, you can kind of tell how, like, I don't know about that. Don't know if we're seeing anything too amazingly great here. We got 3 villagers, we got some walls, we got some banners and a boat dock, and that's literally it. So there's 3 people here. You know, it'd be nice to put our name on something, but I think this might be just a step to advance for us. Also, is this world literally a shack and then 2 stores outside the country? Like, this is clearly the border of the country, right? So we're crossing over it again, nice and easily, maybe illegally. I mean, I didn't fill out any forms. And yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, this is their capital city with 2 people. You know, I'm just saying, if you live in a world with 3 people, a population of literally 3, I don't know if you can call that a country, and we're definitely not calling it a colony today. So let's check out another world. So I'm liking this world already. We've got a giant T, which I think is meant to be the spawn. I don't know why I'm all the way over here. And we've got a big jungle, and we've got some sort of like sky, I assume, bridge. It looks a little bit like the boataway from my world. I'm liking these things so far. And oh, we even got a personalized message. Hi, this is my world. It's 4.5 years old, so there's a lot to see. If you want a good view, follow the redstone blocks to my main base. There's a ladder to the sky bridge close to it. I may have taken the idea from you. Hey, it is. Look at that. I guessed that. Anyway, just as a fun little thing to mention here, the world is 4.5 years old, which means that we can totally brutalize it, and we would be in keeping with the tone of the Belgian Empire. I like this redstone block pathway, it should be noted. Anyway, since I've already probably offended every single person from Belgium already, let's go ahead and just use this as an opportunity to make just a little bit more fun of the country, because here's something that's always annoyed me about Belgium, and let's use it as an opportunity to rant while we follow these blocks. The flag of Belgium is not the right size of a normal flag. Every flag is usually like 3:2 or like 4:3. You know, they're a basic 2:1, I think, as well. There's a lot of dimensions a flag can follow that make it look like a rectangle. However, the flag of Belgium, it's like 13:15. It's such an annoying ratio, and also it looks exactly like Germany's. It's got that problem where you don't know, like, is that the Belgian flag or is it Germany's sideways? Oh, it looks ridiculous because it's 13:15 ratio officially. Oh, I guess it must be Belgium, so complain about Belgium's flag a little bit. This guy right here, let's do it. Let's check it out. I'm excited. We might just have our first colony to add to our collection. Our very esteemed collection, which will eventually have 2 whole colonies in it. I really like this banner, actually. Again, you know, it's a lot nicer than our flag as the Belgians, which I totally am being very genuinely. I actually kind of like this. It's kind of like a Nether portal, but also a bit like the Microsoft logo. You know, Microsoft, make this your logo, put some purple in the middle to represent the Nether. Boom, you got yourself a Minecraft themed logo. Kids love that, probably. I love these things as a concept. I never want to make one because it feels a little bit cruel. But again, it's not cruel if we just take the cruelty and then add to it. That's totally how cruelty works. So, okay, well, that didn't work at all, apparently. You know, say what you will about this guy, but I like his banner designs. I think they're a bit crude, but also I think they work surprisingly well given how crude they are. Anyway, so yeah, this guy has a really nice base. I'm loving this green, blue, red kind of vibe. You know, this is like building ideas of Toycat right here, and it's such a nice place. though we might just have to take it for ourselves. Although there's a lot of banners we'd have to replace. I feel like this chest has very much lied to me. There's no shears in there. This isn't a shears chest, it's a lying chest. So I guess we're getting on a horse and we get to explore the world on foot or something like that. Oh, this is a really cool world. Yeah, I don't know if this is survival. It looks extremely flattened if it is. Like, good job for the flattening if survival. If creative, then I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, you can see how, oh, he's got 50% off for the land shop. Oh, he's got like it's a multiplayer survival world, so like they do it together. This is actually surprisingly good though. Although this horse sucks real bad. You know, I have a theory that it might be faster to get off your horse, hit it with a sword of knockback, and then jump on it. So, given that, you know, theme of the day is atrocities, this is pretty low on the list. Let's jump the... Oh, you can't actually get on a horse that's, like, already been hit. So you have to hit it and jump at the same time. Or, well, I mean, that also works, apparently. Oh, I've ended up back over here. How nice. So yeah, this realm is really, really fun. It's really nice. I think it's a bit too nice for us to take over like this. We need something which is a little bit more raw, I would say. You know, I'm going to be honest. I think this realm might be a bit too raw. So it's called 0B0T, so the inspiration should be clear, I imagine. And yeah, looking out here, you can just immediately see it. We've got this chest called, or shulker box, I should say, called Realm Crashing. Please, I don't know how I just fell there, by the way. But so we had a Realm Crashing box, and we've also got a few. You know, basically, this is a very hacked, but apparently legit survival world. I mean, I'm not sure if I believe that one, but I guess we can roll with this. So yeah, this is maybe a bit too much, you know, like, again, there's the nice type of raw, there's the type of raw, like, I know, like cold cut beef, and then there's the type of raw where you feel like you might get food, or you're definitely gonna get food poisoning, and I'm just saying, this world is definitely the latter. I guess we could use this as an opportunity to, I don't know, make it fun. You know, every Toycat video has to have a obligatory Thanos meme in it, so here is your Thanos Belgium meme. Ha 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 ha, am I right? Let's crash the realm, shall we? Let's see what happens. Oh god, that is a lot of enchantments. Well, I think we did it. Oh, no, it's fine. So yeah, look at all these enchantments. We have Punch. We have Thorns 32,000. So if a Wither hits me, I guess it insta-dies. Ah, yeah, I think we've crashed the realm. We can't pick up any blocks. And when we break things, they don't actually break. They just vanish. So, sorry for crashing a realm. You did give me a box that says that. Let's see if we can actually open... Oh, yeah, we can't. We've stopped being able to interact with the world because it's crashed. Well, that's a fun thing we just did. Oops, question mark. Let's move on to the next realm. Well, this is a promising start to a realm. We've got some nice banners, you know, a clearly defined flag, and we've even got a cat and a cauldron. It seems like they're on our page as far as things we're going to be doing to people and maybe their animals. Can we let the cat go free? We cannot let the cat go free. That cat is trapped in there. I guess we could probably drown the cat. I mean, I don't really want to do that, but I mean, the option's there. I always forget how weird the textures are, by the way, until you properly see them again. But it's fine. The cat won't drown. I guess it's bathing the cat. Yeah, that's fine. I'm really just washing a cat right now. I've never actually seen this in the Minecraft world before, but I actually think this is quite a cool little thing to have. So, good job, Dr. Aethelred. You know, this is sounding like a mystical far-off land. This might be a good candidate for colonization. Oh, you know it's a good world when you find some golden carrots. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, if you don't eat golden carrots, you're an uncultured swine, and, you know, maybe you deserve some atrocities. Oh, we've got a book that says, please read me. Dr. Aethelred admin to be confirmed members, and then we got 21 pages of nothing, it seems. We've even got some good music playing. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it goes without saying, I think, that this world is a pretty big deal and a pretty well put together thing. It would be a shame if someone were to come along and maybe make it theirs instead. It's a good thing that we won't be doing that though, right? This is such a bizarrely built world. It looks like it was destroyed by TNT, but you can see the ore veins where it's clearly been mined by hand. I think this person likes mining maybe just as much as I do. Like, seriously, do you see the scale of these caves? Like, I've been walking for so far. It looks so bizarre that, like, oh, there's an aquamarine section of the cave. There's an end ship just built in here. Like, his whole life is built underground. And it's a cool thing you don't usually see of builds. I kind of like that it's different and it's strange. So again, since part of this video is to point out the differences between like, you know, like better colonies and worse colonies, the interesting thing that you see and the difference between, I guess, like, you know, European colonization of Africa versus the rest of the world is instead of making deals with the local people like they would in, say, Asian countries or really, you know, the Americas and the Native Americans, etc. Instead of doing that, when it came to Africa, they just get there first and then say, well, we were the first European country here and therefore it's ours. So I declare that this country belongs to me and I said it out loud. So now it definitely does. Welcome to the Congo. We have fun and games. And then we take it a step further and we just kind of disparage the locals as being like savages and therefore they kind of need to be, you know, taken over by me. Really, I'm going to save this realm. And my first part of that is I want some valuables. I want some more golden carrots because these things are the best. I don't know if I like their new texture too much. Again, this is 1.10/1.14 textures. I'm not sure I like the new texture, but they're the best food in Minecraft. If you disagree, you're objectively incorrect. And so we should maybe demand some of those from the locals. They can clearly make them, and that's clearly all they're good for. So let's go get some golden carrots. I can't get over the scale of this world in some places. Look, we got a thing inspired from an IBX Toycat design. That's kind of cool. It's a shame it had to be turned off. It tends not to work so well on Bedrock as it did on the Xbox One edition. I don't know why. No one really knows why. It just kind of doesn't. Fun facts if you're here for the Minecraft knowledge. But since we're mostly here to commit a colonial atrocity or two, let's find some TNT and let's maybe get some frets going. Oh, it was the... apparently this was the first video of mine you ever watched, the gold farm tutorial. That's kind of crazy. That was a big project, I believe, back in the day. It's a shame it doesn't work so much anymore, but again, it always looks so cool, and the way he's designed this one, like, this is both functional and also really good looking. I like that. Like, usually I focus on one or the other, but you know, it is important to combine the two sometimes, I would say, and this is a good example of that. Was it a cat in the background of the video? Oh, okay, you know, just to answer a common question, in the, like, 2014 to, like, 2016, maybe 2017 days of Minecraft, like, before I bought my own house, a lot of people asked, like, what the background noises were. I live with my parents. That was, like, the way that I was doing YouTube back then for quite some time. And because of that, there were screeching babies. Like, they were just loud children. They were always yelling. Maybe all children like that. I've spoken to many people who insist that's not the case. But yeah, basically they were just loud children in the background of the videos. And because of that, you could always hear them. And it was awful for me to hear, but like I feel worse like seeing the videos. Oh my god, we have found the motherload of gunpowder. So we're just going to take some of that. And it's fine because, you know, he likes me. You know, I'm the nice foreign man. Because he's being so nice to me, I'm going to be nice to him right back. So because I kind of want to absolve some guilt from myself, you know, it feels a bit bad to destroy something this big. What I'm instead going to do is I'm just going to place a bunch of TNT, and then I'm gonna, you know, have a trap chest here, and tell him to look inside the trap chest. I'm going to use the classic of open the chest because there's diamonds inside, and we're going to maybe walk off while he does that. Do you think he doesn't believe me? Oh no, he has enough diamonds. Sorry, I meant the secret to happiness is found inside that chest. That's what I meant. Do you want to see more of the world first before I do this bad idea? I mean, yes and no. You know, how bad can it be, right? See, this is entirely fine. I don't see an issue of this in the slightest. That was a-okay. And we just got a little secret pathway down to... My god, this is the biggest, like, storage facility I've ever seen. It's so just filled with everything. Like, at some point you just have to say you've beaten Minecraft, right? That's basically what this is. See, that was fine, by the way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, well, you know, probably broke the world again, but it's fine. That's the best of what we're doing today. Oh, that is a low-level atrocity. Oh, I think he vanished. Oh no, there he is. He's fine. So this is actually a pretty sophisticated village. Like, this is really nicely put together. We've even got a wandering trader who is somehow trapped here, or maybe he just wasn't meant to spawn there. Again, a bit of a weird glitch. Hey, he gave me an elytra. I can fly around it. Like we probably should be doing, I guess. Oh my god, this is quite the castle. Oh, actually, it's something that's in construction. Most of this looks like it's just been, like, purely finished. This is, like, a big build. This is a big boy castle for a big boy land. The number of hours that must have been sunk into this world are pretty crazy. However, because, you know, they're not the good people, us Belgians, you know what we're going to do? We're going to maybe send some frets their way. Years of work, you inspired me way back. Hey, I mean, isn't that like crazy, the the thing right there? That's awesome, man. I've never seen a world so cool, and it's a shame that we're seeing it in the context of a video where we're replicating some colonial atrocities. But you know, when are we not replicating colonial atrocities, really? If you think about it, if you really start to consider it. So this is my strategy to guarantee that we maybe, just maybe, get a little better results from this. I know for sure that the best way to get results from me is to destroy my home and my village. So just to clarify, I hope he knows like the video series and isn't just a random fan who's never heard of any of these other videos and he's like, why am I inviting Toycat and he's just destroying my stuff? But if he is, that would be a perfect replication of how the people felt in the Congo when they let some people into their country and they immediately started chopping off their hands. See, it's really important when you're destroying things to find things of like national or cultural importance, and then you gotta destroy them just to show that like, you know, I really am serious about this whole what I'm doing business. Like, I just want some rubber, man, and I'm willing to destroy some pretty nice builds to get there. Actually kind of looks nicer without the glass, right? Or am I crazy? Like, I kind of like this giant hole in the ground. This world is really beyond belief, though. Oh god, my literally just cancelled midair. I think probably because of lag. Oh man, oh, it's because we're somewhere near the other blocks, I assume. The lag from earlier has not gone away. Yeah, it somehow seems as though our attempt to make things better have somehow made it worse for us as well as for the local people. And you know, I can't work out why this might be. So what I'm gonna do is the only thing logically consistent with the rest of what we've done today, and somehow try and hope that the problem gets better if we make it worse. Somehow that does not seem to be the solution. Oh my god. So many blocks just lying around. Oh god. I just don't see how this isn't making it better. I don't understand. It's like I'm doing the thing that is opposite to my goal and somehow it is not progressing the thing I want to do. I'm just not understanding this in the slightest. I think we've got a clear solution, which is just to do it a little bit more, you know? Like if first something doesn't succeed, and then it doesn't succeed again, and then you've chopped off about 1 million hands, you know, why should that stop you from keep on trying again? So, in true King Leopold's spirit, we're just gonna keep on... That TNT didn't even affect that other one. Weird. But in true King Leopold's spirit, we're just gonna keep on throwing everything at it, and we're gonna see if that helps. Yeah, this has definitely helped. Yeah, this is, oh my god. This is the beauty we needed. I've ran out of chests to explode my stuff with, but the good news, we've got this flaming arrow. I think maybe what we were doing wrong before, it's not the TNT, you know, the terrible thing we're doing to this person. I think the problem was that we weren't doing it hard enough. I think that's clearly it. Like, I reckon a lot more destruction, a lot more explosions and stuff like that. I reckon that's the only thing that can really help this go forwards. I think we've reached peak lag, by the way. Like, things don't even seem to be properly exploding. And I think that's because stone brick stairs are super explosion resistant, but like, why are the chests not exploding? Like, what? How is this happening? So yeah, despite all my best attempts, we somehow have not created a more productive, better world that has more golden carrots for me. Somehow it seems made a worse, laggier, unbearable to watch world, and I'm just not sure where we went wrong in. And I'm just not sure where we went wrong in the process, but apparently that has happened. And yeah, no, this is a fun way to goof around the world. Just in case you're curious, like, I have a big like rule against like griefing people with active worlds. I won't just join someone's live real thing. I say before anyone invites me, always make a copy. And even if you don't make a copy, realms will allow you to roll back. So no one should be permanently affected by the things we do. It's a fun way to goof around and to show that on its truest level, to really show that I'm willing to do things that I know are reversible. And I think the best way to prove that, besides building this absolutely beautiful Belgian flag right here, as you can see, exact one-to-one replica in terms of beauty of the real thing, I think the best way to actually prove that would be, there's only one thing, which is so bad that I wouldn't even do it for a joke if I knew it can be reversed, and you might be witnessing it right now. Should we try and fly into the field of gravel? Is that even possible? I don't know how gravity works with regards to flying gravel, but let's give it a try anyway. Oh god. Oh god. See, this is the most efficient way to destroy a world. Oh god, we're gonna die because we can't fly. Oh god. Oh my. Oh man. This is the weirdest. I don't know how this happened. And oh, I guess we don't take full damage for a few seconds because there's so much lag. Oh, that's nice. Look at this. I'm alive still. I should be dead. I have no reason to be alive right now. but we can somehow survive the fall because of all the lag. And again, I would not do this to my worst enemy. This is something the world does not need. But immediately after this is done, we can roll back. I just want to clarify that because, like, I have a big anti-griefing stance. I think people who do it like, oh, it's funny. It's like, no, you just ruined someone's effort. But in this case, everyone, with the realm system, you literally can back it up and stuff. And maybe that ruins the joke for you. But I think if your joke is only about ruining people's fun, then your joke isn't very funny, right? If your joke is only, like, literally at the expense of someone else's, a great amount of time of someone else's, then it's not a great joke to me. So yeah, we just didn't die apparently. Apparently full damage doesn't work at a low enough frame rate. So, fun fact of Toycat, I guess. But no, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I've seen some pretty great worlds. I think this one was actually my favorite of the bunch. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Regardless, maybe you learned a thing or two, or maybe at the very least you learned, you know, when you start making your empire around the world, when you colonize other countries, just don't do it like the Belgians. Pick any other country as an example, just not Belgium. And that really goes for a lot of things in life, I guess. You know, I had to have one last dig at the Belgians, apparently, didn't I? But no, thank you very much for watching. Apologies if you are from the country which may have received some jokes today. And I guess, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Let's fall through the gravel. Oh my god, you actually can do that. This is weird.